Hi everyone, and welcome to another English of Everything Describing Pictures lesson. The lessons that help you build your vocabulary so you're able to describe things in more detail and improve and enrich your language. So today we have 8 pictures I'm going to describe to you. I'm going to give you some new words about them and hopefully they will help you build your language. So this first picture we have is of a windsurfer. And in the middle of the picture, this is a windsurfer on a windsurf board with a windsurf sail. So the large red thing is the sail and the wind blows it and it helps it to be pushed along. The thing that's different about this picture is this windsurfer is riding down a wave. And this is not so normal because normally windsurfers ride on the flat water, on the flat ocean or a lake, but this guy is riding down a wave. Now, what can we talk about the wave? Wave is obviously coming up from the edge of the ocean, but across the top, you can see it's called the crest of a wave, which means the top of the wave. And where the water is all white, we call it white water, or it's called the wash. So where the water becomes white and it becomes small particles, small droplets, becomes the wash. So this is a windsurfer surfing down a wave with the crest of the wave coming over the top and the wash of the water breaking into white particles. So this is the first picture. The second picture we have here is from an underground station. And in America, they call them subway. So this is the subway station. In England, we call it the underground. And most places in Europe, they call it the metro. So this is from the platform on a subway, underground or metro station. You can see, I think it's probably America because there's a sign that says 15th Street on the pillar. And the pillar is on the right hand side where the sign is, and on all the surfaces you can see there are tiles. So everywhere there's a white surface there are these tiles and they are reflective, so you can see the reflection of the light which is above from the tiles. Down at the bottom underneath the platform you have 2 rails, and this is what trains and underground carriages travel on. They travel on rails. You can see there's a yellow line along the edge of the platform, and this is a warning so that people don't fall over onto the rails. So this is an underground station platform. The next picture we have is of 3 windmills, and this is most probably taken from Holland, the Netherlands, Denmark, something like this, because they're very famous for their windmills. And windmills were used for grinding grain and wheat and corn, which is what you harvest from the fields, and you grind it, and so you make bread and other bakery products from it. You see here there are 3 windmills in the distance, and on each windmill there are 4 sails. And this is what used to have material on, and it would catch the wind and spin. And inside the windmill, there was a big wheel, or a mill, as it was called, which used to grind the grain or the corn. You can see it along the water's edge, and there's a very still, flat lake that is next to it. And there are a couple of wooden piers. And these piers are so that boats can sail up to these piers and attach themselves and probably unload and load grain and flour and everything from the windmills. You can see there's a beautiful sunset in the background where the pinks and yellows of the sky are streaking across the sky into the distance. So this is 3 windmills next to a lake. Next we have a city scene and a river that runs through the middle of the city scene. And on each side of the river, there are huge skyscrapers. I don't know for sure which city that is, but there are a lot of skyscrapers with many, many lights on inside the windows. Along the side of the river, which is called the riverbank, are a number of trees and lights. I imagine people are walking up and down this river, and it seems like a very nice place to go for a walk. In the middle of the river, there is a boat, which is some kind of ferry, which is taking passengers up and down the river to different destinations. So this is a river running through the city of skyscrapers. So the next one. Okay, again we have another city scene, and this is a area of land in the middle of a city. So either side, again, you have skyscrapers and large buildings, but there is a church surrounded by trees in this clearing in the middle of a square. So this is a clearing, and it looks like a very nice place to hang out. Again, I don't know which city there are. There are cars traveling on the streets all the way around this clearing. Everything is nicely illuminated with floodlights. So the church is highly visible from all areas. Next, what do we have? Yeah, we have a bridge, and if I'm not mistaken, this is from Venice. And Venice is a city that is built on canals. And so there is a bridge. So what can we talk about this bridge? Across the side of the bridge, there are iron railings or handholds, and these are for holding when you cross the bridge. So you, one, don't fall in the bridge, but also two, you have something to hold where you climb up the stairs. You can see on the left-hand side, the wall is quite old and the plaster has fallen off, so it is open brickwork. And in the middle of the wall, there is a window with iron bars on the window for, I presume, stopping people breaking in. On the left-hand side, there is a gate with an arch at the top. And an arch means it's not straight, it's curved above the top of the doorway, just as the bridge is arched. This is an archway bridge. So this is this. What do we have next? Okay, we have next a picture from surgery in a hospital. And this is an operating theatre. And so when you need an operation in the hospital, you can go to this place and they will perform the operation on you. You can see everything is green, and the clothes that doctors and nurses wear while performing an operation are called scrubs. These are the specific clothes that they wear while they're operating. Above them you have a number of lights, so it's very bright, because obviously when you are performing surgery, you need to be able to see exactly what you're doing. In the middle of the room is the patient with a green sheet over the top with a hole in the sheet so they can get to the available areas for operation. In the background, you can see the doctors are looking at a monitor. So there is probably a camera within the patient showing them what is happening. So this is a hospital scene. And the last picture we have is, again, it's from a harbour. And a harbour is a place where boats live, should we say. So when people have yachts and these types of sailing boats, this is a harbour. So you can see there are two people standing here. The woman has a blue dress. The man is wearing jeans and a white shirt. And these types of boats are sailing boats or yachts. And you can see above each one, there is a long pole. And on a boat, this is called a mast. And this mast is used for hanging the sails. And the sails are the material that hang down from the boat. And they catch the wind and it's able to propel the boat, or it moves the boat forward. So you have the mast with the sails. You can see on the water there are reflections of the masts of the boats because it's quite flat, still water. So that's everything for now. I hope you have some new vocabulary from these pictures. I hope you enjoyed this and you learned something new. And I look forward to seeing you in another episode of Describing Pictures. So have a nice day, everyone, and I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.